Okay, so I've been teasing this video for a long time and I'm finally going to do it. And it is the transformation of the Mad Tea Party ears from Mickey's Main Attraction. These were released last March or April. I always get these ones mixed up. March, I think. So I didn't buy them initially because I wasn't too keen on the stack of teacups. So what I'm going to do today is remove the teacups and put a bow on. So I'll just give you a quick close-up of the ears. They've got a purple pattern on the fronts, and on the back it's plain purple with the gold embroidered Walt Disney World 50 logo, as this collection was part of the 50th anniversary, like a whole lot of merchandise they did. And then the teacups are made of a craft foam, and they're hollow and quite lightweight, but they're not for me. And also they've got a big like glue bit down the middle, which I thought was a bit shoddy. I don't know if you can see that very well on the front there. There's a big dried bit of glue. So luckily I only paid about £6 for these in the sale, but the full price would have been £30, which I didn't think they were worth that. So anyway, let me just try them on. So I think these look really silly, but I do kind of like them a bit. However, they don't fit on my wall with the teacups. I've got a wall display up at the moment with all my main attraction ears, which is a mix of the Mickey and Minnie collections. But these won't fit because the saucer is like too wide, and to fit on the wall poppers they need to only be about that thick. So I'm going to remove the teacups and try and create something good. It's going to be a bit of a freestyle because I'm not quite sure what I've got planned. So I've got a few Alice themed bits here for inspiration, and I thought maybe I might use one or two of them on the ears to add a little something. So I'm going to start by removing the teacups. Just going to snip them off with these. So there's just a thread there, and on the other side. And I'll just get the front as well. And they're also attached underneath, I think just with glue. So I should be able to just pull that. I'll just pull this thread out and see how big a hole it leaves. It's not a problem if it does leave a hole because I've got lots of little things to cover it. Oops, okay. I have actually pulled out some of the stuffing. That's part of the problem when you try and film stuff. Sometimes I can't actually see what I'm doing because there's a camera in my way. But I'll figure that out later. It won't be a problem. So there's still a bit of glue on the top here. It's probably going to get covered up by the bow, but I'll just see what I can pick off. just to try and keep it neat. So I also want to try it and dismantle these cups to see if I can use any of them on the ears. So just trying to see the best way to go about this. I might go in with this Cricut tool and just try and break the seam of the glue. Oops. I was a bit impatient. So I'm just going to try with a blade around here so I don't punch a load of holes through it. That's a bit better. Okay, so that's the little yellow cup off. I might have to just go around the edge with scissors to smarten that up if I want to use it, but that's come off okay. And just show you on the inside here, this is how it was constructed. So there's like an extra little bit of foam sitting inside the pink cup, and that's what the yellow one was glued to, if you're interested. I'll just do the same with the other two cups. I'll just put these to one side, and next I'm going to do the bow. So for the bow, I want to try and stick with the Mad Hatter colours. So I'm going to take the turquoise from the cup and try and get a similar colour for the bow. So I've got two sequin fabrics here that I'm deciding between. The first one is the matte, like mint green, which is a pretty good match for the teacup. The other one I've got is another mint green. This is the one that I used on the wall popper. If you've not seen it before, I made this wall popper for the mini main attraction ears. This is what I'll be displaying them on. So I a little bit think I should do the one that matches, but I prefer the matte sequin. I'm going to go with the matte. So I'm just going to cut out the fabric for the bow. If you'd like further instructions on how to make a bow, I did actually make a video tutorial on this recently. So if you look at my other videos, you should find it. And that will give you full instruction. But for now, I'm just going to do it quickly. So that's the bow finished, and I think that goes nicely with the purple. The next thing I want to try is cutting this little teacup in half to see if I can put the front on the bow, because as it is now, that's going to be too thick to stick on, and yeah, that's not going to work. So I'm going to carefully try and cut it in half without ruining it. Okay, so that worked out all right. Let's just see how that would look. I was thinking maybe I could do half there and possibly half on the back. Although I don't know if that would make it too big at the back. I'll have to check it on my wall and make sure it'll still fit on the holder. Next I'm going to stick the bow on so I can see what I'm working with. And then I'm just going to trim the edge of this first before I stick it on. Okay, next I'm going to stick this on and hope I get it right. I'm actually just going to trim this down a little bit more as it's a bit too deep to sit on the back as it currently is. So if I trim it a bit more, then maybe it'll fit. It's quite awkward to cut because it's got like double foam at the bottom. So this is it trimmed down, and I quite like it because it reminds me of the Mad Hatter's hat, just the shape it is. So I think I'm going to stick that on the back. So I'm going to experiment with these shapes from the cup. It's got like the club symbol from the playing cards. So I'm just going to see if I can cut this out and whether that would look nice on the ears somewhere. I've also got some little like charms and things that I'm going to stick on. So I'm just going to take this off the chain and probably cut the loop off as well. This is the Mad Hatter's hat. Just make sure there's no sharp edges left. So I've also found my old charm bracelet from Magic Kingdom about 15 years ago, I think. And I found a little Alice on here that I'm going to cut off because I'm not actually going to wear this bracelet again. So I might as well find a use for this charm and maybe the Cheshire Cat as well. So I'm going to start off by sticking the little glass bottle here. This is filled with like glitter, but it's supposed to represent the Drink Me bottle. And I think this is probably the best place for it because I'm not sure how well it'll actually stick with the glue on the fabric. So putting it here, it at least has something to rest on. And then next to that, I've got a little cake for the Eat Me cake. So I'm going to put that next to the bottle. I've got a little heart for the Queen of Hearts, and this was cut from the cup, and that's going to go over the little hole I made when I took the teacups off. And then on the other side, where there's that damage from the teacups, I'm going to put the Cheshire Cat. So I'm just going to carry on sticking bits on and I'll show you when I'm done. So here's a look at the finished ears. On the front I've kept it fairly simple, changing the stack of teacups for a bow with the little teacup in the centre. Then I've added some fun on the back because the teacup stack was quite like whimsical and fun, so I wanted to keep some of that joyful energy on the ears. So I've got the club symbol from one of the teacups, a little cup and saucer, a pocket watch for the white rabbit, a keyhole, a Cheshire cat, top hat for the Mad Hatter, and a little playing card. On the other side I've got a little key, a flower from, well, it's not really a wildflower, but I feel like there's lots of flowers in the film, and a heart which is from one of the teacups on the original ears, and it's sort of like Queen of Hearts, so I felt that was quite fitting to put a heart there. And then in the middle it's my favourite scene where Alice shrinks down when she eats or drinks, I don't know, but you've got the drink me potion and the eat me cake. So that's the back. And that's another pair of ears finished. Let me know in the comments if you like the changes I made. And next time I'll be transforming the small world ears. So make sure you're following to see what I do with these. Thanks for watching.